Classic Rock 93.5 The Eagle on the drive at 5. Some requested music from the band Disturbed. Their powerful version of The Sound of Silence going out for Richard. Got some special guests in the studio talking about a very special cause. We want to welcome Suzanne Ray and Heather Day of the Childhood Cancer Awareness Group of Coffee County. Ladies, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Now, you guys are doing so many nice things for such a great cause. And I know this is like a crazy week for you guys. So Suzanne, let's start off with, first of all, how long has this been going on and how did it get started?
This is our 7th year. And it started, with a small group of people. The first auction they had was super small. They had really, not sure what an auction would do in Coffee County, and it has just grown and grown and grown every year. I mean, it's been amazing, the community support that we've had.
Coffee County certainly does have a great community that always comes together for these kinds of causes. And I know you got a lot of people to thank. And we want to give you guys, the opportunity to talk about some of the events that are going on, who you want to thank, how can people get involved. Got a lot to talk about. So let's get it started. What are some of the events that are going on this week?
This week, we have the silent auction that is Friday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. It's at the Central Square Plaza. You just go in, find an item that you want. It's, silent bid. You just sign your name and up the bid,
Right.
It's crazy what really takes off at that auction. It'll be the things that surprise you that people really go after. But there's so many items that are there. Just a list. We have a baby goat this year.
Oh, wow.
Hunting trips, puppies. I know Leah Walker posted the puppy that she's going to be at the auction. It's so cute. It's a little Merle Chihuahua puppy. Baked goods. We have a big general store of just if you don't have time to be at the auction, you can just come by and pick something up. Just lots of items.
Now, I have one quick question because this always gets my attention. Mm-hmm. The bake sale. Are you guys going to have where those older ladies make those really delicious cakes?
Oh, yeah.
I'm getting me one of those again this year. I bid on those every year. And now some of those you can buy outright.
Yes.
Correct? Okay. All right. So that's good. And you're talking about some of the bigger items. That's the beauty of it. Really, there's so many different things that you guys have. I mean, stuff for kids, stuff for men, stuff for women. I mean, it's really well-rounded, so there really is a lot of stuff available for the auction.
Oh, yeah, and there's something for everybody. And that's really our goal when we get started. We want everybody, whether you have a little bit to spend or you got a lot to spend or, just depends. We have cargo trailers that are going to be at the live auction, utility trailers. We have a big screen TV. We have backstage passes and tickets to Jennifer Nettles' concert.
Oh, look at there.
We have Braves memorabilia. We're always big on memorabilia at the auction. We have a fishing trip to St. Simon's. Brand Hill Plantation has donated a hunt. I mean, there's just something for everybody.
There really is. Mm-hmm. Now, of course, you guys we want to make sure that we separate this because you guys changed this a couple years ago. Mm-hmm. So Friday, you have the silent auction.
Correct.
Right? So that's from 9 until when?
6.
9 until 6. And then Saturday, you guys are doing where you have the live auction.
Yeah.
So two separate things.
Yeah. Last year, we split it up and instead of doing the whole entire auction on Friday night or Saturday, I can't remember, we decided to split it up, do the silent auction on Friday and do the live auction on Saturday. The live auction, the meal will start at 6. Jerome Loving does this great meal that starts at 6. We have tickets that are available for that. And then at 7 o'clock, we'll get the auction started, and it just goes until.
Okay. So now if people are interested in buying tickets for the dinner, okay, how much are the tickets? Where can they get them?
They're $15. They can buy them at Ultimate Graphics or any of the CCAGCC members. That's a mouthful, I know. But, but any of the Childhood Cancer Group members, they can purchase them. We'll make sure that they have access to them, and I'm sure there'll be tickets available.
Now, Heather, if somebody's interested, I know I've seen them around town, people wearing the shirts, all that kind of stuff. If somebody's interested with buying the shirts, where can they get those?
Well, they can get those at Ultimate Graphics Plus. They have them printed up. You just walk in and get them. They're $15, and they have all sizes, youth to adult 5X. So they're there, they're printed, and just waiting for everybody to pick them up.
Well, that certainly makes it easy. Now, will you guys have some of those shirts available Friday at the auction and Saturday at the auction?
Yes, we will have some there.
Okay. And then if somebody wants, I know it's there, it's getting down to the wire, it's the week of, but if somebody wants to donate some items, can they still do that?
Certainly. We'd be proud to have anything that they could donate, and it can be dropped off at South Georgia Business Products, or any CCAGCC member will be glad to come and pick a bit from them.
Now, I know a lot of people, they get busy and, they're at work. So like, well, maybe I work all day Friday. I can't get away. Maybe I'm from out of town, work out of town, all those kind of things. Or maybe, they didn't realize it was this weekend. Maybe they're going to be gone all weekend, but they still want to help. Now, I know you guys will take cash. It's always the right size, the right color. Everybody loves money. How can they do that? How can they donate money?
If they will contact a member of our group or either drop it off at Ultimate Graphics or South Georgia Business Products, they're able to take donations at both of those locations.
And we certainly want to stress that these are all tax deductible.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, with the auction, with all the donations, all that kind of thing. Now, you guys have been really busy this month. Of course, Hurricane Irma kind of threw a curveball at you last week, threw a curveball to everybody. But what are some of the other events that you guys were doing this month?
We have, besides our T-shirts, we're selling wristbands. They're $1, so everybody can afford them. They're really great for kids. They're going to be selling these in the schools. The T-shirts, of course, the schools and everybody is going to wear their shirt on Friday. We have mums that are available through the sorority that will be at the auction. We have cupcakes. Terry Day has graciously decided to make a cupcake box, and $10 from every box goes toward our group. And her goal is to make 400 boxes, and we hope that she can get there. Those can be purchased at Cakes and Chaos in Douglas.
She's going to be busy
Yes,
making
we
400
hope so.
boxes of cupcakes.
She did 360 last year.
Wow.
So she's hoping to do 400 this year. She's an amazing partner with us. Childhood cancer affected her family, and I mean, it's dear to her heart. So this is a big thing for her, to undertaking for her, but,
Sure.
but she loves it.
And that brings up a thing. We were talking about all the fun and excitement, and we want it to be fun and exciting, but about the cause itself. Childhood cancer, I mean, cancer in general, it sucks. There's no better way to say it. It's just terrible. But when it comes to childhood cancer, it's something, it feels worse. So it's certainly such a great cause. When you guys put this together, how do you, with all the money that comes in, I know you guys do a great job. I'm sure you have a goal of how much money you want to raise, and every dollar does count. But how does that money get used?
Well, one thing that we do is we help them with things that their insurance doesn't cover.
Okay.
We help them with their travel expenses. If you're going to do treatment in Atlanta and you're doing treatment for 5 days in a week, it's expensive to stay in Atlanta, to be up there.
Yeah.
And if you can't get in the Ronald McDonald House and you're staying in a hotel, most families are, like most of us, both parents are working. And if one parent's up there, that income's cut in half.
Right.
So we take care of medical expenses. We take care of travel expenses. Their daily living expenses. If they're out of work for a month, seeing about a sick child, we take care of their day-to-day living expenses. We give the kids Christmas. You see our Christmas tree lighting we have every year, and we have Santa, and we give gifts to the kids at Christmas. We give gifts to the other children that are in the family.
And that kind of stuff really is important.
And I think what's most important to us with our organization is all our money stays local.
Yeah.
And the community, when you were talking about the community support, I think that really means a lot to people when they see that we're using our money locally and in our, in the surrounding counties that are adjacent to Coffee County. It's not just Coffee County. There's surrounding counties. If you are, directly next to Coffee County, then we consider you as part of our area, and we accept applications for those children, and we take care of those applications. I mean, those kids. But, we currently have 13 kids that we're, taking care of their financial needs,
Sure.
their emotional needs, whatever the family needs. We go to them and say, hey, we're here. Let us know what we can do to help.
And I know that September obviously is Awareness Month, Childhood Cancer Awareness Month, but this is an all-year thing that you guys do. I know this is your big month where you try to raise as much money as you can, but I know that throughout the year you guys also have other things that go along. So it really is. It's a never-ending battle, unfortunately, until we find a cure. And one thing that we wanted to make stress, I guess, if you will, when somebody donates money to the National Cancer Society, certainly nothing wrong with that. It all goes to the right cause. But like you said, this money stays local. So these are people that you probably know, or people that you know that they know. I mean, so there's everything's connected to the community. So it's really important.
Absolutely. And that's important to me. I know when I first got involved with this group, and Heather's the same way, you don't really realize until you see those children, and then you see what you're doing for those kids, and then it becomes a passion.
Right.
I mean, when we first started, it was something that felt good, to be at that auction and to see the money we were raising. But when I saw those kids, and I saw their families, and you see their needs, and you're able to help with that, I mean, it truly becomes a passion. And we do work all year long. This auction does not come together in 4 weeks.
Right.
But we try to be very careful, about not stepping on other toes. When other people are raising money, selling shirts, we really kind of back off. I mean, next month, of course, is Breast Cancer Month. And when the 30th comes, we're done.
Yeah.
We take down our signs immediately so that they can get ready. We just try to be a good partner and a good community, affiliation with other groups.
Right. Well, I know that you guys have really, I see all the gold bows everywhere. So you guys have really saturated, the town. So there's certainly no reason for anybody to not know. But again, that's why we invited you to come on the radio. So maybe those people that maybe they're not from town and they wanted to help. I mean, you mentioned that it's not just Coffee County. There are other counties too. So other counties can get involved. Now, going back to the auction real quick, will you guys take phone bids?
We do. I don't have the number to give you, but we will have a number that day that people will be able to get in touch with one of us, and we'll get you the number. Or listen, if you have, David Lindsay has so graciously put my telephone number on 1,000 flyers, so everybody in Coffee County is going to be able to call me or David, and we can walk around and we will have people that will be assigned to that item that you might be interested in for the silent auction. And then the night of the live auction, we will actually bid for you. We have silent bidding that goes on by phone. There's 2 girls that sit at a desk, and that's all they do is raise their hands until whoever says, I'm out or whatever.
Right. Now, I'm assuming that, cash, check, credit cards, debit cards,
All
whatever.
of it.
You'll take all.
Don't write us a bad check. But yeah.
Yeah, please don't do that, okay? Now, some of the bigger items, I know that every item is valuable because, again, every penny, every dollar all adds up. But obviously, we want to stress some of those really big ones, the cargo trailers and things like that. Heather, what are some of the big ticket items that you guys have at the auctions?
We're going to have a big utility trailer this time. It's 5x8. We've got multiple cargo trailers, enclosed trailers. We've got a huge flat screen TV that's going to be auctioned off. We have a nice fishing trip. We have lots of condo stays. People have generously donated their condo for an auction item.
Oh, that's cool. So
somebody can go and stay in their condo, that kind of thing. We have lots of just big ticket items that will go in our live auction. And I want to just remind everybody, there's the tables that we're selling at the live auction include the banner. Your business or person and whoever gets a banner. You get recognized as a sponsor. You get the meal included. So there's different prices on the tables too. If people want to come, if they have, just say they have 7 friends that they want to come, they can get a table for $300. Everybody eats. You get a banner. You get recognition as a sponsor, and then you're able to bid.
Okay.
So,
now, what about Friday, speaking of making a bid? So the silent auction, how long does it take? Maybe somebody's going to be coming on their lunch hour, maybe right before work, right after work. How long does it take to get in there and get registered to place a bid?
Oh, it's quick. We are finally using an auction software. So if you were there last year and you come in and you give us our name and you're already in our system, we just write your number down on a card and hand it to you. You'll
Perfect.
have the same number you had last year. So it's very simple. We're finally, in the 21st century here. But it makes it super easy. And if not, we just take your license, we scan it, we put you in the system, we hand you a bid card, and you go.
So really fast. I know when I've done it in the past, it's really quick. But
and checkout
people always ask
it
that.
used to take forever, and now if everybody kind of gives us about 30 minutes, we start clerking people out. And once we start clerking people out, we're done in an hour and a half.
And that brings up another question. Somebody could say I go in and I put a bid on and I win the bid, but I can't pick it up on Friday. How do I get my item? What do you do?
We will be there all day Saturday.
Okay.
And so we really want you to pick it up Friday night because
Certainly.
we have to transfer over to the live auction. But, I understand a lot of people come by and they win things and they can't pick it up. So we will, have pickup on Saturday. We're going to be there setting up for the live auction. So we'll be able to clerk them out on Saturday as well. And even at the live auction, there's some people that don't come prepared to take home a cargo trailer.
Sure.
So we have a 2-hour window, I think, on Sunday where we're going to, like 12 to 2, where we're going to let people pick up as well.
Well, I can guarantee if I win the cake or a bike, I'm picking it up.
Oh, yeah.
No worries
Absolutely.
about the cake.
Absolutely.
But in all seriousness, though, a lot of people come together to bring this kind of event together. You mentioned it doesn't get put together in 4 weeks. It doesn't get put together by you two guys, ladies. I know that you guys have been working diligently, as well as so many others. I'm sure you want to thank some people.
Oh, listen, our fearless leader, Barbara Dockery. I mean, she is just amazing, and she keeps all of us on our toes. David Lindsay and Denise Lindsay work tirelessly to get all these shirts out. Tammy Morris and her sister Denise at South Georgia Business Products, they catalog every single item that goes into this
Wow.
auction for us. Their boss allows us to use their basement
For storage
for
and
storage and that kind of thing. Derek Johnson, huge shout out to him for letting them do that. We it's sad to say, but we feel like we basically shut down South Georgia Business Products for the week of the auction. But like you said, there's so many members that we have. Thank our board. We're worker bees. I mean, simply we are. We do a lot of work, but we couldn't do that work without our board. That's made up of lots of different people who came together and got this started. And, we're an example to other places. We've had several other counties that have approached us and said, how do y'all do this? And, we're always good to help other people get started. But without that board and without their support, we couldn't do any of this.
Another point that I want to bring up, Heather, you talked about the wristbands that were just $1. I know in years past, I've talked to a lot of people where they feel like they're like, I don't have a lot of money. And I don't feel like, I can't afford the $15 this or the $100 this or
Right.
whatever. So they always want to participate. So I think it's great that you guys offer stuff like that. Because again, every dollar counts.
Absolutely.
So it's a really cool
Absolutely.
way. Something else with the wristbands, obviously that's probably really popular with the kids.
It is. It is very popular. And we should have those in most of the schools. If they don't see them in their school, if they'll contact me, I will get it to them. Kathy Pridgeon picked up some for the middle school today, so those should be able to be sold tomorrow. I have them at Ambrose. They've been delivered to CCA. We have it. Almost every school should have them. But if not, if somebody from the school or somebody's interested, they can go by Ultimate Graphics and pick a bag up and sell them for us. We'll be glad to have it.
And, with the kids getting involved, it's a great way to teach them how to help people. You start them off early, you teach them early so they can continue as an adult to help out the less fortunate. With Hurricane Irma blowing through, a lot of people realized how fortunate they were.
Absolutely.
They're like, man, I take a lot for granted, So when Hurricane Irma came through, they didn't realize how well they had it. And again, realizing that there are so many people that are affected by childhood cancer, there's a lot of less fortunate people out there. So it's a great way to help out.
You're right about advocacy. It starts, we have so many kids that help us set up for the auction. Our volunteers are the different clubs and things that are in the school system, CCA as well. And without those volunteers, we couldn't get it done. Setting up all the tables, getting all those items out, putting the bows out, putting our flags out. We had to take them down for Irma, put them back out for, after
Right.
Irma. But, all that takes work. And that's where we depend so much on these civic clubs in the school system. And, just our volunteers. We have people that, come to our meetings all year long, and then we have people that descend on us on that Friday, and they've got their staff shirts on, and they know what to do, and those people are just as important as all the people that are working all year long, because it truly takes a village to do this.
Now, come Friday when the auction is getting rolling, I know you guys are probably setting up Thursday. Approximately, if you had to just kind of guesstimate, how many people are going to be involved working, setting up, all that kind of stuff? If you had to take a guess,
200 plus.
200 plus. That's a lot of people. A lot of people.
There's a lot of people, and to orchestrate it all, but you would be amazed to watch how people just know what to do. I mean, it really runs smooth. It's amazing. It is. But you know what? It's all about that community support. People want to make a difference. And I've said this before. A lot of people want to make a difference in their community, but they don't know how. With us, we'll find something for you to do. Even if you don't have money to donate at the auction, you come up there and say, hey, I'd love to help. We might put you watching a table that's got some really expensive items on it that we don't want shoplifted. Because, yes, that does happen at our auction.
Sure.
Sadly enough,
Or
it does
watching
happen.
my cake.
Yeah,
for example.
exactly. Watching Paul's cake to make sure that somebody doesn't outbid him. But, we have something for everybody to do, and we need everybody that will, come and help us.
Right. So now the event happens. Friday is the silent auction. Then Saturday, what time does the dinner start?
6 o'clock.
Okay. And then the live auction, if you had to guess, about how long does it last? How long does the live auction last?
We hope to be through by 10:30, 11, somewhere in there. We had lots of big ticket items last year that were auctioned off, and it took us longer than we anticipated. We're going to cut that back. We have a color catalog that people can go through, and they know kind of, it'll have a lineup of items so that you know what time or
that's
what
good.
item number that you're looking for. So like if the auction starts at 7 and you want item 82, then you may just come in at 8, 9 o'clock.
Sure.
So we're hoping that goes smoother with the catalog. People will be more prepared what they're intending on bidding on, that kind of thing. So we're hoping, everybody will be out by 10:30, somewhere in there. And that'll work great for everybody.
Now, the raffle tickets, what are those for again? What do they get to win?
The raffle tickets are $10 a piece, and it's a 3-chance win.
Okay.
First place is, of course, the golf cart. Second place is a Ruger 1022 rifle, and third place is $100 cash.
Okay.
They can buy those before the auction, and we will also be selling those at the auction. They do not have to be present to win. We put them all in a big barrel, shake them up, draw out a winner, and we'll call them and let them know that they won.
Now, will that be at the end of the live auction?
That will actually be at the end of the silent auction.
Okay,
yes,
so they'll know.
On Friday.
Okay.
We'll give that away on Friday. All of those 3 things will be done on the raffle on Friday.
Well, I know you have a lot of sponsors, probably far too many to mention, so we just want to say thanks to all.
Absolutely.
Thank you for that. Yes,
All of
absolutely.
the
We thank all
sponsors.
our support. Just want to remind everybody that officially Friday is Childhood Cancer Awareness Day in Coffee County. So, we hope to see a sea of red shirts. If you don't have a red shirt, wear a gold shirt.
Absolutely.
Just make sure that, you're representing that day. And it's neat to look around at the auction and see all those red shirts.
Oh, absolutely. Heather, anything else?
I just want to remind everybody that this hits a lot of people. And it may not hit your family, but it's going to hit somebody close to you if you just look around. And lots of times when this does happen, somebody's got to quit work. Maybe it's the mama, maybe it's the daddy. A lot of times somebody has to lose their job. Half their income's gone. They've got this big burden on top of them, trying to get treatments, trying to get things done. It really is a huge problem for a lot of people.
Yeah.
And if you're fortunate enough that it hasn't hit your family, if you just look around, you're going to see it. And lots of times, if you'll just think, we should all have a heart of service. Everybody should have a heart of service. And you don't have to do what Suzanne and I do, but you can do something. Do anything. Like she said, we'll take anybody's help. We'll take anybody's volunteer. We'll take anybody's auction. Anything that you feel like you can contribute, we'll be glad to have. And it is solely dependent on our community support, and it's major, and we appreciate it, and we just hope to see everybody there, and we would like for our passion to be everybody else's passion. That would make our job really easy.
Certainly.
But we do look forward to it every year. It's a lot of work, but it's a lot of fun.
So if anybody needs more information, where do they go?
The Childhood Cancer Awareness of Coffee County Facebook page.
That's kind of a mouthful. You're
That
right.
is a mouthful, especially when I say, what do I write on my check? I'm like, CCAGCC. But it rolls off my tongue so fast because I've said it a million times. But listen, Childhood Cancer Awareness page of Coffee County.
Okay, so they can get that on Facebook, right? And then do you guys have a website as well, or just the Facebook page?
We're working on a
Oh,
website.
no, sure. Well, Facebook is so popular. I mean, so that most people are going to see it there
It's easier to find all our information there.
on Facebook. Well, ladies, thank you guys so much. Before I let you guys go, you brought somebody else. Who's hiding in the back corner there?
That is Ella Day. She is my #1 helper. She is a 7th grade student at Coffee Middle School and my baby girl.
Well,
and
we
she's
just
lots of help.
Well, we wanted to welcome her as well. Suzanne Ray, and Heather Day. Thank you, ladies, so much for coming in.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We're looking forward to the all of the excitement going on again. That's Friday for the silent auction from 9 until 6. Saturday, the live auction starts at 7. That dinner that goes along with that. Again, for more information, Childhood Cancer Awareness Group of Coffee County on Facebook. We'll be back with more here on Classic Rock 93.5 The Eagle.